911, where's your emergency?
In my bedroom.
A 93-year-old Florida woman gets a rude awakening. What happened after she found a naked man inside her house? Plus, a change out in the tropics, what we are seeing from Beryl, the first named hurricane of the season. And a heads up for drivers near the intersection of I-75 and State Road 70. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6:30.
Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, drivers who regularly travel along State Road 70 should get ready to see some more construction. Projects set to begin in the fall for the reconstruction of the interchange at State Road 70 and I-75. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from a piece of land just off of State Road 70 to share why people will be seeing some additional development in that area. Erica?
Adam, good evening. Drivers can expect to see crews for the next 3 years once construction begins for the new interchange. But you can also expect to see some development in this area, bringing this hotel behind me some competition. Manatee County Planning Commissioners approved plans for a hotel next to the existing Country Inn and Suites and another just east of the area along the interstate. Manatee tourism officials say 700 new hotel rooms are coming to the county within the next 14 months, but many of those are located in downtown Bradenton.
As Lakewood Ranch continues to evolve, we need the proper road infrastructure to really serve not only our tourism, but our residents as well.
Coming up tonight on ABC 7 News at 11, we'll share more details about that construction set to take place at the intersection of State Road 70 and I-75. Reporting live in Manatee County, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Erica, thank you very much. Well, visitors and businesses are already seeing the impact of major construction in downtown Venice. The project doesn't start until Monday, but the farmers market there has already moved to a new location just west of City Hall. ABC 7 photojournalist Sammy Chido spoke with the vendors, visitors, and businesses in that area about what they think of that change.
Being the very first day that we had moved from West Tampa Avenue over to City Hall, we weren't quite sure how many people had gotten the message and would actually come out. And what a big surprise and a pleasant one. We are going to have about 2,000 people that are going to come out today.
I actually think this is better. It's a bigger area, and it does seem to be drawing more people.
When you lay out a market this way, it just seems to be more open, more airy. It appears like there's more vendors here, and I think that's good for shopping and the overall experience.
I like the move very much because it doesn't make the business area so crowded, and we don't have the people that are coming in just to cool off.
Anytime there's an event in the park, whether it's a seafood festival, a book fest, or a farmer's market, that's always a good draw for us because it brings tourists and sometimes locals downtown when they wouldn't otherwise have been here.
It's very hard to keep an eye on everybody because you have 10 people and maybe one want to buy something, and it makes it very difficult. So I really like it to have the market moved.
I think it's going to hinder us, actually. With the parking lot over here is a walkable destination. You're going to have to drive to it, you're going to have to park, you're going to get out, and that's all you can do there. With it being across the street, you can do everything walkable right here.
We may go back to the street to downtown. That's something we're going to talk to the city about when the construction project's over.
I'm just going to miss it. Have to wait till March.
All right, thank you, Sammy. And on Monday, the eastbound lanes of Venice Avenue between US 41 and Harbor Drive will close until October. Now, a warning tonight for beachgoers, another weekend and still more concern over red tide. According to the latest report by Florida Fish and Wildlife, over the last week, 24 samples taken from waters near Sarasota County's coastline contained traces of red tide, causing some fish kills and respiratory irritation. The current conditions show dead fish and respiratory irritation at Minnesota Beach, Venice Beach, and the North Jetty. Also Nokomis Beach. So if you have plans to head out to the beaches this weekend, you may want to travel north of that South Sarasota County area, maybe where Lido and Siesta Key are, because those currently look clear. Well, not a bad day to go to the beach with less rain today than what we have been seeing, but will it continue? Let's head over to Wendy Ross for a first check on our First Alert weather forecast. Wendy?
Well, all this past week, you know, at this time of the night, we were experiencing all sorts of thunderstorms, and right now we're at 85 degrees with mostly sunny skies, and we're looking at high humidity with those winds coming in out of the west-southwest very calmly at 5 miles per hour. Current conditions around the rest of the area are mostly fair skies, as you can see. Venice reporting 85 degrees, and we do have most of the rain has now moved from the eastern sections of I-75 all the way out to the south and east, and we're left with partly cloudy to mostly fair skies across the region. So our viewing area is looking awfully good right now. A few showers are starting to make their way back towards the coastline. That's taking place at this hour, but for the most part, most of these showers are on the light side. So any future rains that we're going to be seeing will not be taking place until maybe the beginning of tomorrow. So that's what we're looking at, are quiet conditions for the rest of the night. And so it is going to be a great night for those of you who are making any plans to go outside and enjoy the night. It's going to be a great night to do so. And of course, we are going to be taking a look at the tropics and seeing what's going on there. That's all coming up in just a few minutes, Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Happening in Florida, a Collier County woman is facing murder charges tonight after her father was found shot and killed inside their home. What's more disturbing, she may have lived in the house with that corpse for several days. Collier County Sheriff's deputies say it all happened last Sunday. 38-year-old Raquel Prizer was with her parents inside their home when she shot her father in the back of the head. Her mother running into the woods only to fall and hurt herself, ending up in the hospital. It wasn't until Thursday she was able to ask deputies to go check on her husband. When they got to the house, they found Raquel barricaded inside. Neighbors next door shocked by this news.
Especially for it to be this close, you know, it's an eye-opener. Who can you trust, you know what I mean? Like, there's good people and there's bad people, but how do we know?
Now, Raquel appeared in court on Friday, a judge setting her bond at $500,000. A rude awakening. Florida authorities say a 93-year-old woman woke up to find a naked man in her bedroom. Amanda Crawford has her 911 call.
911, where's your emergency? I woke up and there's a man in my bedroom.
Terrified, a woman tearfully calls for help after waking up to find a naked man in her room. Edgewater police say Sean Plotz broke in and ransacked the 93-year-old woman's home.
Lights are on in the bed. Oh my God, he went through all of these drawers. Oh, my closet.
When police got there, they found the woman's belongings scattered everywhere and broken glass in the kitchen. Officers say Plotz also took the woman's TV off of the wall. According to the police report, they found a screen on the ground in front of the back door and believe that could be how Plotz allegedly got inside.
Do you know who the person is? No, he's naked. I screamed and he hollered and he ran out.
Police spotted Plotz walking nearby and say they found the woman's license, credit cards, and car keys in his pocket. Back at her home, they say they found his footprints and an empty candy wrapper, along with chocolate smudges on the woman's telephone. Plotz was arrested on multiple charges and taken to jail.
Well, those living back here at home in the city of Venice can expect to see property tax rates go up, but only slightly. Starting next week, property owners should get a notice about the change, but the final rate still has to go through 2 public hearings. Should it be approved, money from this increase is expected to go towards road and beach improvements, as well as funding for the Venice Pier. And speaking of taxes, millions of SunPass customers are finally being charged for using toll roads after the SunPass computer system had been down for nearly a month. The Florida Department of Transportation reports 10 million backlog transactions had been posted on Friday, and up to 8 million more will be posted every day until all the accounts are up to date. But some aren't looking forward to a big bill heading their way. A Florida food delivery driver started a petition to have all June charges waived. He tells us his employer may not reimburse the hefty charge if he can't specify dates and times in the upcoming bill.
They're taking forever to post the transactions, and it's like, why should we have to pay while their system was down, you know?
According to the nonprofit Tax Foundation, Florida tolls contribute to state revenue that pays for over 67% of Florida's road projects. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, a race against the clock. How rescuers are trying to save 12 boys and their soccer coach trapped miles inside a cave. Plus, an incredibly close call for firefighters working to put out a destructive California wildfire.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398, or visit SoClean.com today.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
Excuse me, welcome back. Now to the latest on those 12 boys and their soccer coach still trapped miles deep in a cave in northern Thailand for more than 2 weeks. Rescue crews have been desperately trying to get them out, but as ABC's Maggie Rulli tells us, they are fighting against dangerous conditions.
Thai authorities are calling it a war against the water. Divers working around the clock trying to rescue the boys before heavy rains hit again. According to an internal U.S. government report obtained by ABC News, the mission to get all 12 boys and their soccer coach out of the cave could begin any hour now. Each of the boys will go on what's being called a buddy dive, essentially hauled by divers through tunnels, sometimes only as wide as manhole covers.
You can guarantee someone will have their hands on those boys every step of the way coming out of the caves.
Over the past several days, divers have been teaching the boys how to dive. Some are learning the basics of swimming for the very first time.
We try to set a plan that the best plan if we can bring them out and the risk is minimum. Maybe we try.
From above, authorities have drilled over 100 holes into the mountain. both to find an alternate route out for the boys and to create a second outflow of water in that 3-mile-long cave. As the world waits for their escape, we're finally hearing more from the boys trapped inside. In letters to their parents, the boys ask for fried chicken and barbecue pork. Others ask that they not get too much homework when they get out. 13-year-old Dom wrote, "I'm fine, but it's a little bit cold. Don't worry and don't forget my birthday." The kids' coach also writing to the parents, "And I promise I will take care of the kids. Thank you for your kind support, and I would like to say I'm really sorry to you all." Maggie Rulli, ABC News.
Well, just into the newsroom, an incredibly close call for first responders caught on camera. This footage showing firefighters escaping to safety as they nearly became trapped by flames. That fire getting incredibly close, but thankfully all of those firefighters did make it out okay. That group fighting the incredibly destructive West Fire out in Alpine, California. Here's a look at the aerial footage of the damage. Their 400 acres have burned so far, and as of this morning, containment is now at only 30%.
Oh, they've been battling that, haven't they?
Sure have, and honestly, back here at home, a surprisingly quiet wildfire season for us. Now we're in the rainy months.
I know.
We've certainly felt it the last few weekends. Kind of sunny today, though.
Yeah, today was a little bit of a break. We had that low pressure system that moved over the northern part of the state. That took some of the moisture with it. Now we've got high pressure that has moved in. And so we're seeing some very quiet conditions for us right now, because by this time we should be talking about thunderstorms taking place, but that's just not happening. And as you can see from our satellite and radar imagery, you can see we have tropical depression number 3 just off the Carolina coastline. And then across our area, we are looking at fair skies for the most part, with just a couple of light showers that have started to move on in, and those showers are making their way closer to the coastline, but they're still east of I-75, and that's about it. We have a few showers located out here in the Gulf of Mexico. They're trying to make their way on in, but they're not succeeding so much. And so what we did have is that earlier in the day we had some showers and thunderstorms that formed at the coastline, and then later in the afternoon they began to form east of I-75 and just continued to move off towards the east. And for the rest of tonight, we're expecting to see partly cloudy skies across our viewing area. We're not likely to see any more showers forming. The rains out in the Gulf are not likely to come onshore, so we're going to be experiencing some quiet conditions. So we go from cloudy to clear as the night wears on. So it's going to be another great night. If you want to go outside and sit outdoors, you certainly will be able to do so without having to worry about being rained on. And then we'll get some of those showers back in the forecast for tomorrow. But throughout the nighttime tonight, we're only talking about a 20% chance of rain. And then during the morning hours tomorrow, we could get a few showers late in the morning, starting to come on through around the coastline. Today, we had a high of 89 degrees, the overnight low 73. Normally we're 90 and 75, and right now those temperatures are on their way back up because we did have the rains earlier in the day, cooling things off, and so now we are looking at some of those temperatures on the rise. 85 in Bradenton, Sarasota, 86 in Venice right now. But you move east, and where we've had some recent rains, we're looking at temperatures in the low 80s at this hour, and even some upper 70s right now. Well, the tropics are getting a little bit busier. You can see coming off the coast of Africa, we've got a tropical wave there. Here is Beryl. This was our first hurricane of the season, and now it has been downgraded to a tropical storm. So this is Beryl getting ready to move towards the northwest is what it's doing right now. We'll talk more about Beryl. Here's a close-up look of it, and you can see that it is getting closer and closer to the Caribbean. So this is the system that we're watching. It's a tight little storm, but it is continuing to move towards the west-northwest at 17 miles per hour. It's 50-mile-per-hour winds now, and it's going to continue to take this track, moving on towards the west-northwest before it becomes downgraded to just a low pressure system, and we're expecting that to happen on Monday. And so that's what we're watching, is that this system is going to continue to weaken, but it is expected to move in close to the Florida Straits and by Thursday. And what we're looking at too is that this system may be moving in this direction, but other models are taking it more out to the Atlantic. So it's a wait and see situation, but right now it's not posing any problem to the state of Florida. And of course, this is what could become Chris, but this is now just Tropical Depression number 3, and it is just off the coast of the Carolinas, and it's going to continue to move away and out into the Atlantic, so it is not going to pose a problem for the area of Florida. And this is what we're looking at over the next couple of days, is that we're going to be seeing a 30% chance of rain for tomorrow, and then we're going to keep those rain chances at 40 to 50% for the rest of this work week. Adam?
Now, sports.
Well, from one extreme to the other, the Tampa Bay Rays go from beating some of the best teams in the league to losing to some of the worst. 4 road games, 3 losses for the Rays in interleague play so far. Few more heartbreaking than this one last night. Jose Bautista used to terrorize the Rays in a Toronto Blue Jays jersey. He does it again as a New York Met, hitting his first walk-off home run in the 9th inning of last night's game. On the first pitch he saw, Blake Snell taking the hill for the Rays today against the Mets, and they are currently up 2-0 in the top of the 9th. Snell goes 7 1/3 inning, gives up 0 runs. And speaking of starting pitchers, the Rays opening day starter will be back in the rotation on Monday. Chris Archer returning from the disabled list to face the Detroit Tigers at Tropicana Field. Now, Archer hasn't pitched in the majors since June 2nd, suffering an abdomen strain and other setbacks that prolonged his recovery. He had a 4-inning rehab start on Tuesday, allowing no hits, no runs, and striking out 7 batters. On to World Cup soccer. We start with the latest finish, Russia and Croatia. Russia taking an early advantage in front of their home crowd, but Croatia would even it with a corner kick in the 100th minute. That one is in, and the shirt is gone. As you can see here, nice ponytail as well, by the way. Now, Russia would tie, but Croatia takes it in penalties. They send Russia packing in front of their home crowd. England advancing to the semifinal thanks to the inspired play of their goalie, Jordan Pickford, making that save in the 47th minute. Then this one in the 62nd minute. England shutting out Sweden 2-0. They will play Croatia next on Wednesday. Well, 16-year-old Harold Mendez, a junior ballet dancer, is bringing back some national hardware to the Suncoast. Mendez was one of 119 dancers invited to the 2018 USA International Ballet Competition in Jackson, Mississippi, surviving 3 rounds to win a bronze medal, only one of 18 dancers to win an award. Mendez is a student at the Sarasota Cuban Ballet School. 3 years ago, his family left Cuba so he could continue his training to become a professional dancer. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit HelpSaveTheNextGirl.com and get involved.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at MySuncoast.com/dining.
You know, fortunately, this was my first job out of college, so I was able to come back home and work in my hometown. I wore 2 hats. I was sports director and I was a news anchor. I did that for a few years and then decided to go full-time into news. Well, I love our team here at ABC 7. We have a great mix, and it really is a great mix of personalities, of experience that meshes really well into a really strong team. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Imagine a world filled with pillow fights, playgrounds, and the search for the perfect climbing tree. Every kid deserves that world, but 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger. At No Kid Hungry, we're committed to creating a world where every kid eats healthy food every day. We raise funds, we help families, and we lift up communities.
Welcome back. He is just 34 years old and is now the world's 3rd richest person. Forbes reporting that Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg has passed Warren Buffett and is now worth $81.6 billion. That's about $373 million more than Buffett. And for the first time, the world's 3 richest people are all tech titans. Amazon's Jeff Bezos at $141 billion, Bill Gates and at $93 billion, and of course Zuckerberg. So tech's kind of important, I guess. It's pretty surprising considering the year that Facebook had. I mean, they had a rough go this year, so I wonder if that'll be reflected next year.
But it's still very popular.
It'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
We're kidding.
Yeah. Nobody's suffering in the tech world.
Of course not.
Well, we're looking at a really nice night tonight, so if you're getting outdoors, just keep in mind those temperatures are going to be on the warm side in the 80s, but then we are going to be seeing clearing skies as the night wears on. It's really going to be a really great night to be outdoors. We don't have to worry about the rain.
That's a live shot of our sunset, by the way. I'm just kidding. It's not. But hopefully it does. Oh no, it's more overcast outside. Go back to the picture. We liked it.
It was a nice picture.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at SCORE.org.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live.
I live.
She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert weather app now.